It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Ravens and the Buccaneers on Thursday night primetime.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. A long run to Schaefer, and a very nice Schaefer into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on second down. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. For his defense for the Colts, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
One of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Walker, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef, but they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Overall, I have to say that's just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Darnold. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And again, only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
To
has had no stake.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, you plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So 4th down coming up, John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Once again, it's Mostert. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Buccaneers now at 2-5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. Fields.
That one complete to Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Here's Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You get the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And they will. Officially, no gain on the play. After the 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
He's out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Fields now to throw.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fields. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to get that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first coming over in London. An early start, though, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The Broncos taking on the Jags. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And then finally, 2 American traditions converge. Halloween night and Monday Night Football. It's the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come. Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
98 yards on the ground for him so far.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
On play action, Fields
steps away to his left. That is caught. It's Williams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, he's out. They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland, and the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
There's a second straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Tampa. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
first play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On first down, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jackrabbit Jenkins. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Darnold now to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run the option left. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. He'll decide to keep this once more. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Darnold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw is Fields. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Fields. And the coverage terrific there, as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. He'll find Metcalf. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Back to throw, Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game of 20-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.